DanganRonpa 3, episode 9 is here. Oh god, what have you done, Kodaka? Today's episode sure was something, and I am going straight into spoilers. We lost 4 people today, but the biggest one has to be that Kyoko, the ultimate detective, is dead. Yes, Kodaka did the impossible and actually killed one of the biggest characters in the series. Hell, I am still in shock here. So why don't we get right into today's episode? Well, the episode begins with Monokuma doing another recap of the events that have happened so far. It's the first time we see him since his last recap. He really is not a big part of the series. Now, not much happens here, but a friend of mine pointed something strange out. When Monokuma talks about Togami, he refers to him the same way as Ahina did in the character relationship chart. I don't really know what to think, but with all the talk about her being the mastermind, this will only add to that. So the episode continues where the last one ended after the building blows up. We see that Hagakure survived, but Togami is nowhere to be seen. Also, the participants on the killing game are also fine, as we see Yuzo still trying to open the door. This episode confirms that they are in fact underwater, as when Yuzo opens the door, you can see the ocean. Yes, the door was fake. Mirai is still asking Kyoko about it, and she also confirms it. She had the idea that they were someone else for a while now, so even if that was an exit, it will only lead to water. She points out how this makes Munakata the most suspicious one, and he was the one that built this place after all. Kyoko wants to find Makoto, and Mirai thinks that Makoto won't be of much help, but then she talks about how awesome he is. Makoto hears this and begins to blush. This is really a cute scene, especially love Asahina's face in it. Now, Munakata is still fighting the Miyaja bot, and he's beating it. He notices that the bot has a phone that contains all the forbidden codes in it. It seems this is how Munaka knew everyone's forbidden action. The strange thing is, where did she get it from? After all, she said she is not the mastermind, so who gave that to her? Anyway, Yuzo finally joins up with Munakata, which he notices is acting strange. He keeps talking to him, but as he's about to tell him something important, Munakata stabs Yuzo. When Yuzo asks why, Munakata only replies with, "You know why." For some reason, I find this whole thing funny. I wonder if Yuzo really did kill Chisa. So yes, Yuzo dies this episode, but he's not the only one, as you will later see. While all this is happening, Ruruka is also there watching what Munakata did. She keeps saying how you cannot trust anyone. Here we finally find out how she murdered Isajoy. It seems he knows about her forbidden rule and set up all the traps in order to stop anyone from opening the door. The reason Ruruka kills him is because she does not want him to betray her, so she decided she will be the one to do it. She gives him a kiss, forcing a candy into his mouth, activating his forbidden action. I'm happy to see she actually shows some emotion here, knowing that it was wrong what she did, but she is the biggest idiot ever. Isajoy himself was fine with it, as he keeps kissing her, and tells her you did not betray me and saying he loves her. It really was a scene full of feels, and made me feel like Isajoy was too good for her. Now, as I said, lots of people die in this episode. This includes Ruruka, as she is the target of the traitor. Comparing her death to the others, hers really was violent and really bloody, like the person really hated her. If you notice, the person force-feed her candy. It's like she was killed by a beast or something. Look at her clothes, it was all slashed. Also, she was not hung up, she was in the floor, really strange. With this, we had 3 people dead in this episode, if you include Robo Miyaja. So now we get to the big thing to happen in this episode. Kyoko, Mirai, Makoto, and Asahina are together eating and sharing information about what's happening so far. They talk about how Togami is on his way but feel like something happened to him. Makoto even thinks it could be due to him, as you remember the whole thing with Monaka's prediction, that someone will die because of him. Kyoko cheers him up by doing something she would not do for anyone else, as she removes one of her gloves and holds one of Makoto's hands. If you remember, she would only do this for someone close. I guess this confirms her feelings for him. It is a really touching scene, saying how he became everyone's hope and even hers. There is a funny scene after that as Mirai and Makoto are trying to set up a barricade, but they are too weak to move it. So Asahina comes along and moves it herself with no effort. Very funny. Now, just as the 4th round of the game is about to get here, Kyoko tells Naegi that no matter what, she will always be with him. She is setting up a lot of dead flags in this episode that later get confirmed as when they wake up, they notice that she is not moving. It turns out that her forbidden rule was activated. It seems that if Makoto stays alive all the way to the 4th round, then she will die. It really is a horrible rule because for her to get past this round, she will need to kill him. So yeah, just wow. I was not expecting this, but in the end my prediction turned out to be true. The person to die was gonna be her. She is the only one to be able to really give Makoto some shock value. It really is a sad scene, seeing Asahina and Makoto try like that. Now, there is something interesting in this scene, as when Asahina goes near her body, either a bottle or something falls from her pocket, or by accident she kicks a bottle to the side. Now, if we take a closer look at the bottle, it looks very similar to the Seiko cure that she tried to use on Bandai when he was poisoned. The last time we saw this cure, it was being held by Seiko before she died. Now, let's say it is that cure. And seeing how Kyoko did check Seiko's body, she could have picked it up, just in case. And let's also say that before going to sleep, she drank it. Unlike Bandai, if this thing really does work, then it could help her survive the effect of the poison. Yes, the cure did not work with Bandai, but he was already dead, so it could be that she took some before getting poisoned. Then again, it could be just garbage from the food that they were eating, but they did put everything in a garbage bag. I personally hope she stays dead because it will make her sacrifice mean something and you cannot get away with a second fake out. I'm sorry, Kodaka. I will hate it. And don't get the wrong idea, I love Kyoko, but if she's still alive, it would be really cheap. So the episode ends with Munakata talking to Naegi via intercom, telling him it's time to end this and to see whose hope is the true one. He also knows that Kyoko is dead and he still has the phone with all the forbidden actions. Makoto seems determined to go there and that's it. Some other things that I want to point out is that this episode made me think that Mirai could be behind this or be part of it. And he keeps looking at his phone. There's something not right about him. He is hiding something. Also that it seems Kyoko left behind her book and I think they will use that to figure out what's happening. Anyway, that's the episode. I must say, it was really good. Kyoko's death really hit me hard. I'm still feeling it. She was such a great character. Overall, I had a good time with it. I did not expect so many people to die today. This is why I am giving DanganRonpa 3 Future Episode 9 a solid 5 out of 5. See you later, detective. So, have you guys seen this one? If so, tell me in the comments below. Also remember to give a like and check out my Patreon. This is Omega Baldwin, see you guys next time. Bye.